For the Smash Our Stash collaboration this month, I managed to smash 3 separate 12 by 12 collections, so stay tuned to see what I made using up all of this paper.
Hey, it's Beth. Welcome.
So June's Smash Our Stash collaboration was free choice, and I chose to smash some collections. So there's a lot going on here. Let me kind of shift around a little bit. So I started with the Simple Stories School Life collection, and I had a ton of embellishments that went with this. I think I got them all in a Simple Stories like warehouse box kind of thing, like a mystery box, over the course of a couple years. And so I kind of saved them and had them all together, and I decided to go ahead and use them. I needed some school albums and like teacher type cards. So I decided to go ahead and smash that. I still have a lot of the embellishments left, but I have used up all the paper plus some extra like random 12 by 12 sheets. So I started by making some albums, and I still need to, those are some scripts. I still need to bind this one. I'm going to punch holes in all of the pages. These are all made from like a heavy duty chipboard, and I'm going to punch like 3 holes and then just do like binder type rings in here. But I kind of forgot I hadn't done that part. So I just took the chipboard and then used some wet glue and adhered my paper to both sides. I embellished the cover with some of the various stickers and embellishments that I have. There's a variety of pocket pages in here. Like this one has different like type cardstock. It's got a little folded cardstock piece in there, and then there was a page of tags in the collection, so I did cut some of those up and use them. And then some of the pages are just like a single fold photo type page. Here's another pocket page. This was a random sheet that I used. Another little cardstock booklet. And then this was a piece of ephemera. I thought it was really cute, kind of like a page from a notebook. And then a single photo page, another pocket. These are just individual cardstock pieces plus a tag. Then this one is a single photo page. This is a side pocket. And this one just has a couple of individual photo mats. Single mat. Kind of an angled pocket with a couple of single mats in it. This is like a lift the flap kind of thing. You lift that up and then it's you can add 3 different photos on there. Here is another pocket. This one has a little ephemera tag, a single photo mat, and then another little like booklet that can fit 4 photos. So you can fit a lot of photos in here with those pockets. I was just trying to kind of mix it up, keep it interesting, but also create a lot of room for various photos. So then the back is just kind of that composition book cover pattern. So that is that album. I started with that. And then I brought in some other random sheets from my stash. So like this page is from my stash. I think it's a Hobby Lobby Paper Studios pattern. And then I just brought in, it's from Hobby Lobby as well, but it's just kind of a black. It's got a little bit of modeling, I don't know what you want to call to it. And so I just added that to the side here to kind of look like if it was a composition notebook type cover. This one I used chipboard. This one I just used 5x7 size black envelopes and then glued them together to create an album. It's been a while since I've done an envelope album, so it was kind of fun. but I have similar types of pages. This was another random, actually both of these were random papers from my stash. This was random. This pocket page, this was random. So I used, I don't know, at least 10 random sheets from my stash that were school themed. Some of them were 8.5 by 11. Some of them were 12 by 12. So that's also really good. Plus using up this collection. So I have another tag and then 3 different cardstock mats that were like single mats. So this one, it's very similar in style, but there are also, I cut like the inner pages, I cut off the very edge of the envelope and then created some little pages that go within the envelope. And then from the collection, there were some chipboard pieces that I used to create like little tabs to pull out those inner pages. So kind of a single photo mat. This one is another one of those triple mats. And then we have another little pocket page in here. I think this one, I don't know that I've counted up that chipboard book, but I know that this one like fits at least 28 photos. So that's pretty good for the little 5x7 size. Another tag, and then some single cardstock photo mats. This is kind of like this one isn't quite a 4x6 photo mat, but it's close. And then another one that's inside the end of the envelope. Here's another one where you can lift that flap. And then we're at the end, and it's the same paper that was on the front. And then I was using up some of the scraps to create some scrapbook layout. So I'm in 2020, so this was going back to school in 2020. Before we started homeschooling, we did send our girls back for like the first grading period, the first quarter of the school year. And so they did have to wear the masks and, go through all of they did everything by class. They weren't allowed to mingle between classes. But anyway, so I did a couple of the layouts just to document the first day of school. And I've got 3 different layouts, one for me and then one for each of my daughters, using some of the scraps and stickers that we had left in the collection. And then I still had some bits and pieces left. So I created a teacher card, it's an interactive teacher card that I will kind of show a video. I'll insert a video here. I've already sold that one. But I've made these before, and I will actually link a blog post that kind of gives you the instructions on how to make these. But these are really fun for if you have young kids and that have like the same teacher all day, like elementary school. Your child can go through and kind of add, little notes or answer the questions, whether or not they write it or the parent writes it, but they can kind of answer the questions about the teacher. And it's just kind of like a fun personalized card and gift for the teacher, because there is a gift card pocket. And then I have some cards. There were some of the tags that kind of maybe they would be good encouragement cards to donate for the kids. So cards for Cubs or cards for hospitalized kids. These would probably be good for cards for Cubs. And then I do have scraps on the inside. You are awesome. So this is a sentiment that is from one of LV handcrafted cut-aparts. So Lynn puts together some quick card collections. And so that is a sentiment that I had left from one of those. And again, just kind of pieced together some of the scraps and then added chipboard embellishment here that says "Future So Bright." Scrap on the inside. Another one of Lynn's sentiments here. And then I just added a Converse chipboard piece down here. Have an awesome day. This could be for anybody. like a good donation card. And this one, like just a note to stay high. This is a very versatile card, Shine Bright. And then on all of the tags, I added little punched stars from some of the cardstock scraps that I had left. You're an A+ in my book. And this one actually has a gift card pocket up here at the top. So this would be a good teacher card with a little gift card pocket. And then I have a little 3x3 card as well using the school bus. So kind of like maybe a fun back to school lunchbox note kind of card. So got a lot from the Simple Stories collection. Again, I had some of the embellishments left, but I did use up all the paper. Plus, like I said, like 10 other random sheets from my stash. And then I finished off the Cardabella Happy Birthday Gold Foil Collection. I had 3 sheets of the Happy Birthday, like 1 each of the blue, cream, and red. And for the June 2026 sheet load, I had made a set of cards using this paper and then ended up making more. So I have a total of 27 of these cards. So my plan with these is to group them together in batches of 6, like 2 of each of the colors for card sets to sell like on our website. And then I used some of the scraps that I had left, so I have a set that I can also sell. This one will probably, since it's a one-off kind of set, I will probably sell it at our craft show. And I still need to add an embellishment or a sentiment to these, but I had like a mat, like just enough for cardstock or for matting pieces of I also brought in the Christmas Gold Foil Stripe Collection Kit from Echo Park, and I used the navy, cream, and dark red. So I still have like the greens and like this off red left. And I'll just kind of put that back in my Christmas collection. But I used what I had left of the stripe paper. I was able to get 2 card mats out of it. And then I had some of the birthday, like word paper, not quite a full card mat, but so I just kind of layered it on the stripes so you can see just a hint of the stripes around it. And then I had like strips left of all of the birthday patterns. And so I tried to kind of like mix and match patterns here. So I have the blue stripes on the red background. Here is another one of those. And then I still had scraps left. So I have a like little fishtail banner here of the cream and gold stripe, which is what the card mat piece is. And then there are also scraps on the inside. And then I did cream vertical stripes on the blue background with the red stripes. And then red vertical stripes on the cream with the navy background. So I was just trying to kind of like mix the colors just to help everything stand out. And I still have some of my gold like mirror cardstock left. So I think I'm going to combine this somehow with, I just need to find a sentiment to add to these, and then those will be done. And then I had like random strips left. And so I just kind of created a card front that I need to still decorate. But I used up the rest of the birthday collection. I still have some of that Christmas striped collection left, but like I said, that can go back into my Christmas stash. And then there's still more. For my member video, one of my members only videos for this month, I had like 3 full sheets of this bark collection from Echo Park left. And so I like used it up on, kind of finished it off on the video for my members. And then prior to that, I had also done a few other things. And so I managed to get, before my member video, I had managed to do 2, I think there are 3x5-inch Post-it pads. So just kind of created the holder from the pattern paper, and then I added the pad, used cut apart to decorate this one and this one, but this one has a belly band closure, so a little bit different. I needed to kind of like restock pad, like post-it pad, pads in my stash for craft shows and stuff. And so this one I have a 3-inch post-it pad and just used a cut apart to embellish this one. And then this will be a bookmark. I will probably laminate it since it is double-sided. I will probably laminate it and then punch a hole and then add like a tassel of some type to that. I just haven't done that yet. And then with the scraps that I had left from that paper, it was like all the same paper. Basically, it was one sheet of the 12 by 12. And I just kind of used both sides on this card and then one of like a cut apart that I had left, and just created a scrappy card. And then in my member video, I created a couple of, well, not a couple, 4 12 by 12 layout pages. This was our dog, Macy. So just kind of celebrating her and her cuteness at this particular time in the year. I made one layout for me and then one for both of my daughters. So all the same pictures, the same basic layout, just kind of different papers. I had 3 full sheets left that I used for this larger like background piece, and then just brought in scraps for this vertical strip and then the strip under my title. So I used up a lot on that one, and then I still had some like larger scraps left, so I did one more page. This is Heidi. And so used up some of the stickers and scraps that I had left. I still need to journal on all of these, but used up a good bit of the scraps that I had left. And then I still had more. So I managed to make another 3-inch post-it pad. It's pretty much the same as the one that I had made separately, because I still had another strip of that same paper left. So just made another one of those. And then I had scraps, like a couple of long strips that were just wide enough to do some 1.5-inch post-it pads. I was able to create 5 of the holders, but I only had 4 of the 1.5-inch pads. I did bring in some separate Paper Studio stickers from my stash to embellish them with, but I did use all of the paper to decorate the outside. And then I still had some scraps, a lot of strips left, but a few larger scraps as well. And I had some cut aparts left that I didn't really love, so I just used the back on some of them to create some card mats and just kind of layered the scraps together with some of the stickers that I had left. And then they also all have scraps on the inside. This was a very scrappy card that I kind of pieced together. This was a strip card that I created, trying to get rid of the last bit of strips that I had. So I have knocked out 3 collections in the past month. That feels good. I've had some of these in my stash for quite a while. So that was very nice. So please be sure to check out the playlist linked in the description box below for the other participants in the collaboration to see what they used for free choice. Free choice is always an exciting time because everybody does something different. It just all depends on kind of what their goals are for the month and what they need to be using up. So hope you enjoyed and get some inspiration from everybody this month and pull out something that you need to use up in your stash. As always, I thank you so much for your time and hope you all have a very crafty day.